Right. Welcome everybody to Nerd Talk with Z's. This is for the people just joining us on Twitch. This is the one where we gather up all the geek news throughout the week, or most of it that we can find, and we relay it in one spot to you, and we go for our thoughts. So let's just go ahead and get started. I have a lot of thoughts with some of these, so let's get going. Okay, Meet the Parents 4.
Yes.
I don't even remember them announcing it,
Neither do I.
but apparently Owen Wilson is coming back.
Ben Stiller's been making a lot of stuff
He
lately,
has
bro.
been, yeah.
We need Tropic Thunder 2.
We do need Tropic Thunder 2.
Les Grossman
All
is
right,
getting a
Les-
spin-off, though.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah, so we've already talked about that a couple weeks ago. Tom Cruise said it's going to happen. Oh, hey, can you turn off the...
Got it, yeah.
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah, Tom Cruise said it's going to happen, and Tom Cruise is one of those people where if they say it's going to happen, it's going to friggin' happen.
He is
Right?
Hollywood.
He is Hollywood.
Mhm.
So, Meet the Parents 4, bringing back Owen Wilson as Kevin Raleigh. I didn't even know his name.
I didn't know
Has
his
he?
name
Wait,
either.
okay.
I know
Was he
they've
in the
said
other
his-
ones? I thought he
Yeah.
was in the. I know he was
He's
in the
been in-
first one.
He's been in all three, I'm pretty sure.
Has he been in all three?
Because I know he was in the third one, because he came back and they had the bit where he was all like, he tattooed her face on his body.
Oh, that's
was-
right.
Okay,
So-
was meet the Parents 2 Meet the Fuckers?
Yeah,
Yes.
Meet the Fockers
Yeah, Meet
was
the
number
Fockers was
two,
number 2.
and then Little Fockers was
Okay,
number three.
remember
I
seeing that
don't
coming out, but I
remember
don't
number 3.
I like number three.
I don't think I've ever seen number
Honestly, out of all of them, I think Meet the Parents is the worst one.
3. Really?
Yeah, I think the first one is the weakest. Because I like
I've seen
two
the
and three
first two.
so much better.
I do like 2 more than I like number 1, but
Mm-hmm.
Richard Gere to me is more dynamic and more comedic than what?
Richard Gere's going back to acting? Did he leave? I thought.
When did he leave?
Well,
When did he
with the whole,
retire?
Gerbil scandal.
Dude, that was like before Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, I'm talking about Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, yeah,
Dustin Hoffman, not
bro.
Richard Gere. I always get those 2 mixed
oh
up.
my God! Stop making me confused.
Yes, Richard Gere and Dustin Hoffman. I always get those 2 mixed up. Which one is Richard Gere?
Richard Gere is about a boy.
Richard Gere was the one with Julia Roberts and the lady on the street.
Pretty Woman?
That's the one. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to me they look identical.
Oh no, Richard Gere's not in About a Boy. That's a different That's a British
Is that-
guy.
That's Hugh. That's
Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant.
Hugh
Yes.
Grant, yeah, that's Hugh Grant.
Okay,
Too many
we're
Brits.
all confused.
Too
We
many
are
Brits.
all confused about everything at
Yeah.
any point in time. Okay. Next up, let's just move past this before we
Yeah,
confuse
Richard
and
Gere is
possibly
Pretty Woman, yes.
like offend somebody.
Uh,
Already happened.
It's already happened.
Yeah.
How do we offend you?
but yes,
Made me think my thoughts.
Let me see here. Russell Crowe has been cast in The Highlander.
Mhm.
Rumors are suggesting that he was cast as Ramirez, the
He has to
Spaniard.
be.
I mean,
He's got the Ramirez look.
I still question the casting of Sean Connery as the Spaniard
Mhm.
with
The Scottish accent.
the hardcore Scottish accent.
Mhm.
So is he
Right.
is Russell Crowe gonna have his own
His Aussie
New
accent?
Zealand? Is he Aussie or
Or-
New Zealand? He's Australian, right?
Pretty sure he's Australian.
he's
I think so.
Australian. We're offending a lot of people here.
You know, can we search Google simultaneously?
Yes, you can. Let's look
Nice.
this up here. All right.
Yes.
You know what? I think I can also make it so that way we can see what we're looking up.
Yeah.
Google.
I'll
Let
let
me
you know if it works.
What, let's just type it in. We don't need to. We can just.
Oh no, it'll bring up Bing. You have to type it in. It'll bring up Bing. And
Kevin,
Bing is the to me Bing is the less polished Google.
You haven't updated your browser? Your
I
home
have.
screen? Where
But
we get
Bing is
Google out the
also,
gate?
like, the
Not this
updated
one. This isn't my computer. It was an ours.
Russell Crowe, there we go.
Russell Crowe, actor. Let me see here. Okay, it doesn't say where he's from.
That's New Zealand.
New Zealand. I was right. I was right. New
Yeah.
Zealand. Haha. All right. Y'all guys saw that, right? I was right.
He's
All right.
based in Australia.
Oh, what the heck, man?
You're both right.
I hit the wrong X.
I don't. Okay, is it still streaming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I hit
We're
the
still
wrong
trying to
X.
mess with Twitch, so it's we're making sure that everything's all good.
I just
This
hit
is
the wrong
what you
X.
call
That's
learning
all.
on the fly.
It is.
Unless there's a delay. I know there's a delay,
there
so
is
we
a
don't know.
delay.
Is it?
There is
Slight delay,
there's a
not
small
much.
delay. It's like a second or two.
Okay, yeah, it still says we're live.
All right.
I hit the big X instead of the small X.
All right. Cool. All right,
I'll
just making
remember for
just-
next time.
Yeah. Don't hit the one
We
all the way.
got 2 viewers.
Yeah, it's here and him. All right. So let's just move on. So Russell Crowe has been cast in possibly cast as Sean Connery's role.
Has to
Ramirez,
be.
the Spaniard, in Henry Cavill's The Highlander. Now, this is the first. I think this is like the 3rd time Henry Cavill and Russell Crowe have collaborated on something. So it's basically
Mhm.
another Man of Steel.
Yes.
Like reunion almost.
Mhm.
And then the director from John Wick is still behind it, still directing it. Chad.
Mouse? No.
I can't
I feel like it
pronounce
ends
his
with a
last name.
ski.
It does.
With a
I just can't
ski.
pronounce it.
Chomsky.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it.
But still, yes.
But yes,
Russell
so-
Crowe and Henry Cavill, they go back. They go back to his fat Cavill days.
Yes, they do.
Mhm.
He
Yes.
he actually has a story on Graham Norton about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Graham Norton show. That was so
it's
good.
really good.
I've
yeah.
seen clips. Never seen the actual thing.
He's like one of the few talk show guys that I enjoy.
Yes,
Because
his stuff is like really
he lets them tell the story. Like when you ask him a question, he lets them tell the story. And then he's just actually a funny guy. Like
Mhm.
he's very entertaining.
Honestly, he's like a more polished up version of us if we were to ever get a talk show. He asks what the normal people like us would
Mhm.
want to know about behind the scenes stuff, and he will comment on like before I even I want to know about this. He asks the question. I'm like, dude, I did want to know about that. So yeah, the Graham Norton show was pretty good. I like it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So moving on to the world of Marvel, super huge news. I think it's super huge. John Bernthal has been added to the cast list of Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Mhm.
This is Spider-Man 4 for the MCU. Not only that, but Simu Liu, his Shang-Chi, is supposedly gonna be added to the cast list as well. That one is a huge rumor though, so we're not entirely sure if that one's gonna actually take hold. But I would like to see that at some point because there's a comic storyline called Spider Island
Mhm.
where like half the people in Manhattan somehow develop spider powers, and in order to differentiate himself, in order to be like the top dog and be able to combat all of these people that all of a sudden find themselves with great power, he gets Shang-Chi to Peter Parker helps Shang-Chi develop a new type of kung fu. Shang-Chi helps him develop spider fu. So hopefully, I would like to see some spider fu in the MCU. That would be pretty cool. And then not only that, but John Bernthal being confirmed for the cast is amazing because that's where you got to start. That's where the Punisher got to start. Amazing Spider-Man number 129, and he was tricked into hunting down Spider-Man by the Jackal. So it's pretty cool how he got announced for his first movie
Mhm.
being Spider-Man. So that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
And a fun fact, to help prepare for their respective roles, behind the scenes of one of I think their first movie together, John Bernthal and Tom Holland
Mhm.
helped each other read lines for their respective Marvel roles, and they both went on to get each of their roles. So that was pretty cool too. Now they're going to meet up on the screen. So that's kind of fun. It's kind of fun.
Oh,
Mhm.
mhm.
But yeah, I'm getting really excited. I think production starts on Spider-Man next month, and then it's supposed to be coming out next year around July, I believe, right?
I think so. Yeah, pretty sure it's like it's like July. It
And,
now comes out before the Avengers movie instead of
Yeah.
after.
And also, this is the 3rd time that they're going to be in a movie together. First one, I don't remember the first movie's name. The second one is going to be The Odyssey
Okay,
from
yes.
Christopher Nolan, and then this one.
What was the first one about?
It looked like some sort of medieval thing. I couldn't find the name.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, And during an interview with Screen Rant, producer Jerry Bruckheimer confirmed Pirates of the Caribbean 6 still has no title. Will be bringing back original franchise actors. Now, what does that mean? Who does that mean? Nobody knows, because he went on to say, and I quote, "I'm not going to tell you which ones. You'll have to guess."
Well, I mean, Will and Elizabeth have to come back. They have
No,
to
they
come
don't.
back. Yes, they do.
They don't.
After the way the last one ended, where the curse was released, and then you get the after credit scene where there's like shit seashells everywhere, like starfish and whatnot, and you see the silhouette of Davy Jones. Like, bro, you have to come back. Have to.
I don't know.
Has to.
I don't
Yes.
think so. You know what? Bring back Zoe Saldana. Nobody remembers that Zoe Saldana was in the first one.
She was in the first one, but
Yeah.
it's like, she wasn't. Her character was kind of cool and all, but like, she didn't even want to come back for the second one. Was she?
I think it was scheduling conflict.
And
Because
even-
wasn't she? Wait, yeah, that was Star Trek. That was around when Star Trek came out. She had to make a choice, and honestly, Star Trek is I think it was better as a safer choice than Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean 2 were those first three movies
the
were
first three were great.
unbelievable, bro.
The first three were great,
Unbelievable.
but the what was the fourth one? Dead Man Chest? No, not Dead Man Chest. That's the second one. What was the fourth one called? Stranger Tides.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah, that one. I didn't really care for that one. I mean, Penelope Cruz was awesome in there, but and then who and then what was it? Blackbeard was back
Yes.
then, and then Javier
Yes.
Bardem was in the fifth one.
Yes.
I don't remember which one that was called.
It was Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
It was good.
yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. But like, I still see Will and Elizabeth. They got to come back. Jack, like, I hope Jack comes back. But the way I see it, if Jack comes back, and the way that like Will and Elizabeth came back for the other ones, like for that last one,
Mhm.
they're gonna come back if Jack comes back.
I don't know. Oh, it's just Derek.
I believe.
I
They are
know
Pirates
that
of the
they're
Caribbean.
trying to make an offer for him,
Mhm.
but he's still pretty mad about what went down with the whole.
They did him
thing.
dirty.
They really
They did him. They did my boy dirty. Like, come on.
Oh man! Speaking of that, did you hear about what they're trying to? What MCU might be doing? The rumored leaks are suggesting that they're going to try to hire Jonathan Majors back.
Oh, that they're trying to bring him back.
Yeah, try to bring him back to right the ship with the Kang Wars or whatever.
Mhm.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know about all the I don't know about all the allegations and whatnot like that. I'm not going to comment on those,
Yeah.
but they should have just recast him. You know, what I mean? Like, you don't have to get Jonathan Majors to be Kang.
Yeah.
You can get somebody else.
Mhm.
So you can get another awesome actor. You know what? Cast a nobody as some of these new some of these new characters.
Yes. I enjoy when nobody. And to be honest, though,
Danny Rojas.
like Jonathan Majors was
Rojas?
kind of a nobody
Yeah.
whenever they first got him.
like nobodies who were really great actors.
If you knew his
I don't
name,
know
he's
who
not a
Danny
nobody.
The guy from Ted Lasso, the Mexican guy.
Oh
No, he's
What is
Hercules. He's
Huh?
Hercules.
no,
Is it?
Brett Goldstein.
Oh, Brett. Okay, we're getting everyone's name wrong. These.
I mean, yeah, that is like I don't know what happened here.
Yeah.
What, I think the whole thing about being live is messing with our heads. They're watching
It's
us.
fun.
There's only one guy watching.
It's fun.
Yeah. So moving on, Harold and Kumar 4 has been announced.
Mhm.
Not only has the movie been announced, but they are expected to bring back John Cho and Cal Penn. No word yet on if NPH, Neil Patrick Harris, is going to join the cast, but
I hope he
I
comes
really
back.
hope so.
I hope he comes.
I hope he does too.
And I wonder if he's gonna be.
Huh?
I said we need DP.
Mhm.
NPH?
Yeah.
Neil Patrick.
NPH.
Oh, NPH. Okay.
Yeah. Nippa. Should it be
Don't-
NP or
No,
in-
I'm calling
Nippa
that just because I want to. Okay.
or Impa? Nippa, Impa, Impa.
Oh.
Impa.
I don't know how to feel about what's going on right now.
NPH. The point is, we need NPH. We need NPH.
Harold and Kumar need
Yes.
NPH.
Uh-huh.
I got you.
Yes.
I wonder if like since he just basically plays an exaggerated version of himself, I wonder if he's gonna like not be straight.
Well, did you?
Because yeah, like the Christmas one, I know they had the whole like joke where he's all like, "Oh, he's my husband," but he was just like,
It's really his plug.
he was his plug. He wasn't like actually married to him. But I wonder if like if he is in this one, they'll actually make it to where he's like, yeah, no, it's like turn. If it's still the same guy that he was married to in the third one, then he's just all like, yeah, it turns out we got along very well, and like, yeah. He's so cool. I like that guy, man.
Great dude.
He's got such.
I would
He
go see
has
one of his
a-
magic shows.
He has a TikTok, but he's only posted like 3 videos on it. But he does it in such a dad way. Like they're always his kids are always on it, and he's always doing like the
Well,
silliest things.
Well,
He's so
him and his
cool.
family, every year during Halloween, they have like
Mhm.
this huge group Halloween costume theme going on. I think
Yeah.
2 years ago was the Batman theme,
Mhm.
where it was Batman and Robin, and then the kids were like the Rogues Gallery.
Yeah. Should have been the Music Meister.
He should have
So
been.
great.
That's
He should have been the
Yes.
he should have been the Music Meister on the Flash show. Okay.
Mhm. Yes, I was
Yeah.
kind of sad when he wasn't.
Yeah.
But he's got some pipes, man. That guy is
Very talented.
very
Yeah.
talented. Yes. Mhm.
All right, and let me see. The live-action He-Man movie has wrapped
Mhm.
filming, and has revealed that June 5th, 2026, is supposed to be the release date. They also released a still
Mhm.
of a silhouetted
Mhm. From behind.
shot of his
with
back
the- yeah.
with the sword,
Mhm.
which looked kind of cool.
I like it.
It looked very He-Manish.
Some people are dogging on him because they say he's not big enough, but I'm like, bro,
What do you
you
want?
can
Rock?
see it. Plus, it's like you can see the striations, the definition. Plus, it's like, sure, He-Man is huge as heck,
Mm.
but he's huge as heck because it's a cartoon. And it's like, honestly, if you try to draw a like kind of realistically muscular-looking cartoon character on 2D page, that doesn't come off that
It
that
really
good.
does.
Like you have to exaggerate the muscles to make it
Mhm.
look interesting. But also too, it's like the dude is like he's a tall guy. The actor's tall. I think he's like 6'4" or something like that.
yeah.
And it's like he's not working out his whole life. So the fact that he probably just starts working out the moment they cast him. So like they cast him, starts working out, they film the movie. That's like maybe a year and a half of
Mhm.
time
Eating
frame.
chicken.
For him to get to where he is at this point, it's like, dude, that's impressive as heck.
Mhm.
That's hard to do. So lay off him, guys. Come on.
He feels very strongly about this.
I do because I just like to protect and defend my fellow peoples. You know, I think people like harping on a lot of like the new stuff, especially like comic book people and like nerd fans for stuff like that. We can definitely harp on people for like
Oh
for
yeah.
too much stuff for like unnecessary reasonings that can potentially kill a franchise because the studios and whatnot start being like, oh no, they don't like that we did it this way or whatever, so they start like throwing it away.
Mm.
So yeah.
All right. That about does it for our movies and TV segment. Back to the world of TV and streaming. Starting off with some MCU news. The Vision Quest
Yes.
series.
I'm on my vision quest.
Is that your insurance or something? Vision Quest?
No, it's like I'm still on my quest for vision
Ah, okay.
constantly. It'll never stop.
That's true.
Hmm.
That's true. Vision Quest, the show, has had a bunch of leaks recently, but one of them, news to everybody, is seemingly confirming that Ultron will only appear in a human form, and James Spader has been added to the cast. So it's probably going to be James Spader, and Raymond Reddington himself is going to be Ultron again, hopefully, and I'm just excited about the whole prospect of that because James Spader's voice terrified me
It
as
was
Ultron.
amazing.
It's
The trailers were
Yes.
amazing.
The trailers were made. The movie faltered a little bit.
Mhm.
I still enjoy the movie.
I enjoy the movie.
I-
yes, it's
I do
nice.
like
it's
the
a good
movie.
time.
Age of Ultron?
Yeah,
Yes.
Age of Ultron.
Amazing movie.
The Weekend of Ultron.
Like,
Yes, the weekend of Ultron. Okay, Ultron's or Weekend at Ultron's. Let's go with that one. Weekend at Ultron.
Avengers Weekend at Ultron.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
There was parties involved. There's all sorts of crazy stuff involved.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, that's what happened. All right, let's see.
But yes.
All right. Sorry, guys. Had to reorganize the desktop for a minute. We've also got Paul Bettany coming back as Vision or the White Vision.
Yes.
We also got James Darcy coming back as Jarvis himself, the human version of Jarvis. We don't know if he's going to be in flashbacks or what's going on with that. But you know, I'm expecting some good things from Vision
I
Quest.
feel like it's gonna be like not necessarily. I don't want to say hallucinations, but it's gonna be like
Like
maybe
flashbacks
like
or
inner
like
mind thing where he just kind of like he like sees James Spader as Ultron every now and then, and just like sees himself talking to him or whatever. And in that moment, he's just like he sees himself as human. He sees the two of them as human or whatever.
I could see that.
Mhm.
I could see where that. I could see how that would play out. Let me see here. Dan Levy of Schitt's Creek brings The Afterlife to Hulu along with David Tennant. Dan Levy is bringing a animated series called Standing By. It's going to be an adult-oriented animated series that follows a bunch of guardian angels that are just as messed up, weird, and off the wall as the people that they are charged with guarding. Cast list already includes David Tennant, like I just said. Dan Levy is going to also voice a character on there, along with Glenn Close, Samira Wiley, and a few others that they haven't disclosed yet. But I'm kind of excited for this one just because I love anything that David Tennant does. Broadchurch, fantastic. DuckTales, great. I know, like putting exactly. Woohoo. The new version of DuckTales, all that stuff. It's all fantastic. I love David Tennant stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Levy, I've yet to be disappointed in anything that he does. Like even that weird holiday movie that was released during the COVID shutdowns. Oh man, I can't remember what it was called. It had the girl from oh man, the Twilight girl, Kristen Stewart.
Kristen
Yeah.
Stewart.
It had
What
Kristen
holiday
Stewart.
movie was
It was
she
a
in?
holiday movie, and her and her girlfriend were they were together, and she wanted to introduce her to the family, but they were all like super conservative. And then the dad. Whoa, you all right? You almost died.
I have no idea what
fine,
movie you're
he's
talking
fine.
about.
No, it's an okay movie. Like they were gonna release it in theaters, but Dan Levy was, I want to say, one of the writers behind it or the director. It wasn't a movie that should have been in theaters, but it was a decent enough movie to
I
get.
don't even
you
think I heard of this movie.
Yeah,
It
it's-
does not sound familiar to me. at all.
It premiered on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was pretty. It was
I might take a
all
look
right.
at that.
I'm not gonna sing its praise, but it was all right. You know what I mean? I did not regret watching it.
You know what holiday movie was kind of cool is that Silent Night, that one where the dude that played RoboCop and Rick Flag in Suicide Squad. That one, like,
Oh, the one where
Yeah.
he got his vocal cords cut.
yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
that one's pretty good. It's
Yeah?
not bad.
All
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna have to give that one a shot. Where is that one on?
I think I watched it on Hulu or Peacock. I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that one. Did you watch
a
Upgrade?
surprisingly good job. No, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen Upgrade? Dude, you need to watch that one. Upgrade is like it's like RoboCop for like
Mhm.
the new generation. It's super good.
But yeah, that movie was pretty good. And I base this solely on the fact that like there's like 2 or 3 lines of dialogue in there, and like the entire movie, like even the bad guys hardly ever speak. But that thing kept me like focused on the screen. That's why I was like, wow. Because yeah, it's like at the beginning, there's like some lines, but basically the moment he goes, like his vocal cords go, it's like
Almost everybody.
almost everybody's.
Ooh.
The only like dialogue that is really said towards the end is just like the chatter over the radio that you hear from like the police officers being all like, "Hey, we need help here," or whatever. Oh yeah, it was pretty good. It's not bad. Good little good shoot 'em up movie towards the end there. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Let me see here. Moving on to going back to the world, dipping back into the toe of the MCU. Mike Coulter of Luke Cage fame, also Evil on Paramount Plus. And these are not we're not affiliated with anybody. We're just letting you know where to find these things. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes. Mike Coulter of Luke Cage and Evil fame has kind of been teasing his return to Luke Cage in the MCU by just hosting an artist rendering of himself as Luke Cage and saying basically saying he's there for it. All they got to do is pick up the phone. But he was in New York along with Finn Jones and Kristen Ritter. I was about to say Kristen Stewart because we were talking about her. Kristen Ritter, while they were filming season 2 to Daredevil Born Again. So, is he in Born Again season 2? Remains to be seen and confirmed, but the possibilities, man, like too many things are lining up for it to be a coincidence. Like, I'm really excited to see where the MCU is going, and a little bit more of MCU news. Kevin Feige has come out and basically said that they're gonna use the movies to focus on larger scale issues, larger scale problems. I'm guessing like Galactus or world-ending threats, and the shows are pretty much all going to be self-contained or like street-level heroes, which is pretty much what's been going on.
It's fantastic.
It's pretty much what's been going on.
Movies give you a broader scope, so you can do the.
Except for Loki, I guess. Loki was like universe, multiverse encompassing. So I guess they're gonna like leave Loki to the big leagues, to the.
If there is more Loki.
That is so supposedly he will be in Doom.
Oh yeah, they already said
so he's Tom Hiddleston has come. I was about to call him Loki because at this point he is Loki pretty much. But Tom Hiddleston actually came out and was singing the praise of the MCU. He loves working in it. In an interview he did with a few different publishings, they asked him, you've been doing this character for almost 20 years. What's like what's it like, kind of thing like that. And his responses were very positive. He seems to really get a kick out of playing the character because, according to him, it's never the same character twice.
I mean, he has been different in just about every single thing.
Pretty much,
His character arc.
His character arc is like all over the place.
Plus, he gets to wear cool uniforms.
Dude, the helmet.
That's half the
and he gets
praise.
These cool little daggers that he pulls out of his.
That's half the praise of getting cast in anything comic booky. It's just straight up like, what do I get to wear? What's my uniform?
And in another interview, the actress that plays Lois Lane recently, she doesn't understand why people are bad mouthing all of their superhero roles because, according to her, you knew what you were signing up for. You knew you were going to wear a cape. Why are you getting mad at it afterwards? Kind of thing. So yeah, it's. I think her and Russell Crowe's outlook on the whole superhero genre is the most realistic and grounded.
Yes,
because, dude, you're playing pretend about a cartoon, a comic book, okay?
Yes.
And yeah, the comic books can be for kids, they can be for adults, teenagers. You can find an audience for any type of comic, right? But dude, at the end of the day, they're just the funny papers. And I love comics.
Yes.
Okay? But at the end of the day, you don't have to put like Shakespearean gravitas,
dialogues and whatnot.
You just go on screen and pretend.
The only time I myself would complain about anything like that, any of the suit or whatever, is if I could not follow what Christian Bale said and they didn't put a zipper in the suit.
Oh,
I gotta be able to go to the bathroom. Like, that's the only thing. If I got a suit that it was not easy to go to the bathroom in, like easy access to just, then I'd be upset.
Yeah, I mean, that actually happened. A little bit of backstory again, based on what you said. Yeah. So in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, in Homecoming, he had complained to his mom because his mom kept on calling him every week while they were on production. He had complained to his mom that he didn't have a zipper and it was really hard to go to the restroom, and it was kind of hurting himself. And so, like 2 days later, the production crew were like, "Oh my God, Tom, are you all right? Do you need to use the restroom? Do you need to do this?" In between every take, and he's like, "Why are you doing this?" And they said, "Well, your mom called this guy, and then they did this." He's like, "Oh my God, Mom!"
Yes, mothers.
Being a mom.
Oh yeah,
tremendous.
Good.
So, like talking about like the MCU costumes again. So there's a scene in Daredevil season 2 where he's carrying John Bernthal up the hill, and it gets very emotional, and it looks like Charlie Cox is crying after he's hearing Frank talk about his family, his daughter, and stuff, right? And it looks like he's crying. He's not crying because in a recent interview with each other, Bernthal and Cox, they did an interview together recently. He was like, "Man, Bernthal was like, man, you're over here. I'm over here reading all this this amazing stuff, and you're over here crying. You stole my scene." He's like, "What are you talking about? I wasn't crying." And so he pulled up the scene on his phone, and he's like, right here. He goes, "No, I was sweating."
Hot in there.
They had done 9 takes where he's all in the Daredevil outfit, pulling him up the hill and putting him down. So he's like, "No, it's not me crying. That's me sweating. It's just streaming down his face."
Yes.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Imagine if you won an Oscar or something. For
Right?
That's like me if you walk outside right now. Whoa.
I don't know, man. It's not as bad as it was yesterday, but it's still pretty bad. But yeah. And to finish up our TV streaming segment, Adi Shankar, the man behind Castlevania Nocturnes, and Netflix's Devil May Cry series, whether or not you like it or not, he is behind that one. He has acquired the rights to the Duke Nukem franchise.
Duke.
So I have some thoughts on this.
Yes.
Did you ever play Duke Nukem?
I wasn't old enough to, bro.
Exactly. Oh my. Exactly. All right. Did you ever play Duke Nukem?
No.
You played Duke Nukem?
I did.
All right. Do you remember any of it?
I know about Duke Nukem, but
It wasn't like an arcade style.
It was-
shoot 'em up game.
It was an arcade style first person shooter where you controlled them. It was kind of like Doom almost.
Yeah.
But like you
More
fought
like-
aliens and demons and all kinds of stuff, and the one-liners were very M-rated
Yeah. Like
one-liners.
Yes.
vulgar
and
and stuff.
it was extremely vulgar. It was extremely extremely not for kids.
Yeah.
Like it earned that M rating. Okay. So
Yeah. I think that was it was like one of the few games that nobody at Hastings would let me buy. Even though my mom at times would, like, the more I look back at it, our parents were very lenient with what they let us do. My mom was just like, "Okay, fine." They let us play GTA,
It was
but like
a
the
different time.
dudes at Hastings were kind of just like, "No, like I don't feel good letting the kid get this."
It
And
was
I'm
a
like,
different
"Oh."
time. You have to think that there was no trigger warnings back then. There was no this. There was no that. I mean, Modern Warfare 2 opened up the most controversial opening in any segment or
Yeah.
war game where they in the airport.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, when you buy the new version of the game, you can turn that part off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, no, you could turn it off in the original one.
Could you?
Yeah, because it asked you. You could turn.
Yeah,
you could
okay.
toggle off the airport scene.
Yeah.
Because I bought Modern Warfare 2, and then I heard about the scene.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man,
And
what
you were
is
like,
this?
"Time to play the game."
Yeah.
I gotta get to this part.
That was not what I said. I was like, oh man, what like how does it look like? I mean, should I not play it? So I ended up playing. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, but yeah, I couldn't. That was like one of the few games that people anywhere I could buy it were actually like, "No, man, like you really shouldn't let your son play this game."
Going up and all the heroics.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it was.
I think John Cena could play him though. He's got the look. Maybe younger
think he's-
John Cena. Younger John Cena could have played him, but
Yeah, I mean, John Cena in it, like, I'm pretty sure you could pull it off today.
Mhm.
But I don't know, man. I think we need to get some new blood in there.
definitely new blood.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, as I've said before, I will always be okay if they cast an unknown, because I like people getting their shot.
Mhm.
Especially you don't have any like blinding goggles on from seeing them on other things.
That is true.
But yeah, like my little if they were to cast now, John Cena would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool. I still would like to see it. Like, well, this is going to be a cartoon.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cartoon.
If it's Adi Shankar, then it's probably going to be on Netflix. And he's probably going to change a lot of it. But I honestly don't see how they can bring Duke Nukem to the forefront, because Castlevania was from the 80s and from the 80s and 90s, and you could do that. You could mess with it because the story was all on text. They didn't really have anything controversial. Oh, hey, there's blood, there's vampires. And then you had Devil May Cry, which was just violent and had some language here and there. And then this one was straight up just vulgarity, like out the wazoo, all over the place. It was crass, violent, and they depicted all kinds of. And it wasn't just women that they depicted in weird ways. Like they depicted everybody.
Yeah. Everyone was fair game.
Yeah, they did not just focus on the women. I mean, they were pretty prominent, but everybody was fair game. Like, oh man, I still remember the toilet scene. The toilet scene was weird. But yeah, so let's see how they. I'm interested to see how they're going to bring Duke Nukem to the new generation.
It would definitely be pretty interesting.
Yeah. Let me see. In the world of comics, Spider-Man #94 has been announced from Marvel, and it's going to follow the same type of storytelling that X-Men '97 did with their comics that bridge the gap between the show and then the comics, or I guess the seasons of the comics.
Nice.
Spider-Man '94 is also set to finish the animated series cliffhanger, so that's pretty cool. I mean, we're 21 years, 31 years. Oh my gosh, 31 years since the end of that series. So kind of interested to see where that goes. The covers just
I do, yes, very nice covers. The Venom one so far is my favorite.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
That's the only one. That's like some of the only ones I've seen.
They've only spoiled 3 covers for it. Yeah. And in the sticking with the world of comics, DC and Marvel have revealed the crossover. We talked about that not too long ago with the Batman Deadpool ones. The first with Batman Deadpool, and then with Deadpool Batman. But there are going to be new ones. Just announced was Captain America: Wonder Woman by the team of Chip Zdarsky and Terry Dodson.
We got Dodson here.
With if Terry Dodson's on it, his wife Rachel Dodson is probably going to be involved in some capacity. And I love their artwork. I do. It's a lot of soft pastels most of the time, but it's very good. And I think that this will really. This team
showcase.
Yeah, this team will really showcase their artwork very well.
With two great characters too. It's tremendous.
Yep, Captain America and Wonder Woman. That's
a good duo right there.
And then Daredevil and Green Arrow. That one is the one I'm really excited about because it's being written by Kevin Smith, and the art is going to be from Adam Kubert. Kevin Smith has wrote seminal stories for both Daredevil and. Silent Bob. Kevin Smith has written a lot of Daredevil comics. He's written a lot of Green Arrow comics. And yes, just with him on writing duties for this crossover, Daredevil, Green Arrow, I'm all for it. I love it. Let me see. And then to round out the recent announcements, it is Crypto and Jeff the Landshark. Crypto and Jeff the... Yes, I have to order so many of those. I have to, because I ordered 15 of the Jeff the Landshark #1. I was sold out day of.
I know.
Makes sense.
And I like that comic. That comic was good.
That's not counting the subscribers. Yeah. So, and like I'm sold out of Jeff the Landshark #1.
So you got Jeff and Crypto. Tremendous stuff.
Exactly. Like the crypto comic recently. Oh my gosh. I loved it. It tugged at the heartstrings, man. Crypto, Jeff Landshark. The team behind them is Kelly Thompson and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Guri Hiru. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, and I apologize.
Let's see. Can we get pronunciation?
Let's not mess with that.
I wouldn't have hit X. I would have hit the right X. The right X this time.
All right, and then not only that, there's rumors that Magic. Ileana Rasputin, Colossus' sister, is supposed to receive another announcement for a crossover, but she just hasn't been announced yet. I'm hoping.
Is it Tanner or Raven?
I was thinking Raven. I'm calling her right now. She's going to cross over with Raven because I could see them both battling with their inner demons and then going for a spot egg, kind of like how Rogue and Black Widow did at the start of Avengers plus X-Men.
And then my boy Beast Boy comes in there at some point.
Oh yeah. I don't know about that.
Why not?
You don't need Beast Boy for every Raven thing.
I know
Raven can stand on her own.
I know you don't. I know she can. I'm just saying, like a little, like maybe one page where he just comes in and he's like, "What's up?" Maybe at the end or something. He's just like, "Hey guys," and then just,
cameo.
Cameo, yeah,
I
cameo
guess.
appearances. Because there's probably gonna be some cameo appearances in all these little crossovers that they got going on.
This
He's
is
gotta be one of my. I would just like for him to be one of the cameos, like him and Colossus, kind of like maybe meet up at the start, and then they're like, all right, guys, we're gonna leave, and then they just go off. That would be a good crossover story right there. Colossus and Beast Boy.
I want Beast Boy to become a bear and fight Peter.
Yes, Russians. Yep,
Yep.
fighting a bear.
I don't know why. It just came to me. Beast Boy needs to be a bear. He's got to fight Colossus.
Or a Wolverine. He becomes a green Wolverine.
Wolverines are small though.
Still, they're vicious. A honey badger is small, but a honey badger can do
Wolverine and Deathstroke. That would be a good crossover.
Why
not?
I'd be more for Wolverine and Kraven.
Wolverine and but they're both Marvel.
Oh, we're thinking okay, but like, I'm just not Wolverine and
Darkclaw, bro. Wolverine, Batman.
maybe
That's Malcolm.
no, that's Malcolm. I was thinking
Deadpool's already meeting Wolverine.
maybe Wolverine and a caveman that came up. Yeah, he was a caveman.
Vandal Savage?
Yes, Vandal Savage.
Savage.
Yes.
No.
Vandal Savage.
Oh man, hang on.
Mhm.
I got it. Moon Knight and Nightwing. Because everybody already calls Moon Knight the MC version of Batman. I want to see him team up with Nightwing, or at least the misunderstanding where they fight each other.
I'd still rather see.
That would be cool too.
See,
That would be cool
and
too.
I'd
Midnighter
still rather
and
see
Moon Knight.
Nightwing and Spider-Man.
Nightwing and
That's
Spider-Man.
my
Which
because they're
Spider-Man?
just so Peter.
Nah,
Yeah.
Nightwing and Miles.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice lavender color.
Just because Peter and I see Peter and Dick as like really close and
Yeah.
like similar, and that would just be such a good time. Like that'd be a good time comic to have. Like these other ones, I could see kind of being like maybe some conflict, some actiony stuff, and then they get their good time series. Maybe the fact too, they could put a joke in there about how they both have names that could be the nickname of a certain member.
Why would you do that to them?
Because it would be funny.
Yeah, it would be pretty funny.
Yes.
Um,
So that's my hope. That is the one that I hope really gets who they're gonna team up if like what amalgam or like crossover will happen with Spider-Man. Because I hope it's Spider-Man and Nightwing.
That would be pretty
It
cool.
may be Superman though.
Superman and Nightwing?
No, Superman and Spider-Man.
Well, one of the original crossovers was Superman versus Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the comics that I keep looking out to get sometimes.
Dude, they're all over the place.
Mhm.
They're like, if they're $20 and they're missing like pretty much half the interior, or if they're
Yeah.
$100, it looks all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for that one too. Let me see here, and moving on to a little bit of actual news from the comic industry. Diamond Comics has lost some more publishers. They have lost Oni Press, Dynamite, and Zenescope all within the span of about a week and a half. And Oni Press and Dynamite have been picked up by Lunar. Oni Press had already gone to Lunar, and like they were like sharing distributors pretty much. But now Oni Press is just like, nope, Lunar's my guy. Dynamite, Dynamite straight up just last week said they're canceling the contract, and apparently, supposedly, it's due to the fact that they are still owed like somewhere to the tune of around $500,000 from the distribution company.
Mhm.
But that one right there, I'm not entirely sure of the exact amount. I know that the fact that they are owed money
Mhm.
is one of the main factors why they broke away from Diamond.
They own Tree Fitty.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let me see. And Zenescope has just broken away entirely. I don't know what distribution that they're doing, but I know that they already have a ship to customer service, so they may just end up just sticking with that.
They're scoping out distributions.
Yeah, I have been putting in for Zenescope books for like the past 2 months, and I have received none of them. And I'm pretty sure it's just because that they weren't shipping their stuff to Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Although I cannot confirm that. But yes, it really sucks because Zenoscope has some really good stories based around several regions, fairy tales, myths, and their public domain stories and stuff like that. If you ever get a chance, read Zenoscope's Peter Pan. Peter Pan is kind of terrifying in that one. It's a really good story. Moving on to some bit of random news. To celebrate summer solstice, the summer solstice, I can't talk right now. Solstice,
which I believe was yesterday.
And we could not find, I looked, I could not find the 15-inch tall juice pouch from Capri Sun.
20 ounces.
20 ounces? Did they just have that big of a straw?
Storage space. That'd be pretty cool. That big old straw like that. I wonder how sales did in Los Angeles because of that.
Why?
Because of that big old straw. Aren't they one of the ones that like outlawed the plastic straw or whatever?
Are they? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I wonder how sales of this 20-ounce Capri Sun did over there. I wonder how Capri Sun does it over there. Do they have a different? Did they construct a special straw to attach to the back of their products for the Los Angeles stuff?
That is a good question. We're gonna have to research this and come back to y'all next week about that.
But yes, I'm sad I couldn't find that big old Capri Sun. That would have been cool.
I'm gonna go to. I have to go grocery shopping later today, so I'm gonna go and check to see if we can find it. Nice. I doubt it, but I'm gonna go and check.
Yeah.
And then we still haven't done a taste test of the Selena Gomez Oreos. We did it for the Post Malone one. Why not do it for the Selena Gomez one?
I didn't even hear about the Selena Gomez
there's like a huge stack over there over at the grocery store. The HEB one.
Selena Gomez is cool. Like, I like her. She's cool.
I think it's red velvet.
Red velvet?
I think so.
The fancy vanilla? It's basically vanilla.
Vanilla?
It tastes kind of red velvet cake tastes kind of like vanilla cake to me. It's red.
Huh. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. Huh. I think you just blew my mind, dude. Now that you said it, it's like that one episode of How I Met Your Mother, just like the breaking of the glass.
It's just red. They made it red.
I have to go and look at it now. Red velvet is a type of chocolate. Red velvet cake is a type of chocolate.
Still, it tastes like vanilla to me, though. It's red cake that tastes like vanilla, but evidently is supposed to be chocolate.
I don't know how to feel about this line of questioning because damn it, Thunder. now I gotta go and check.
Yeah.
I need to go and get a red velvet cake from HEB.
Damn, now we have to eat snacks.
Blind test? Blind test.
Yeah, set up
what
a
is
chocolate
this?
cake.
Oh, this tastes like cake. What is this? It tastes like cake.
Yeah.
Blindfolded.
Blindfolded.
I can tell from the texture.
Oh, we'll get. Do we know any?
Are we still going to do the blind test?
Do we know any bakers that are good at like?
I mean, I know a few bakers, but they don't really do red velvet cake.
It's because it's just vanilla. Ask them. Just like, is red velvet cake tastes like vanilla?
Damn it! All right. This is a weird one. All right. So that about does it for all of our news. I do have a bit of a small review for how to train your dragon, not How I Met Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon, the live action adaptation. Now, people on YouTube already know that we've been talking about this for a while.
Yes.
And how I did not see the point of a How to Train Your Dragon live action aside from money, right? I just went to go and see it. Just took my kids to go see How to Train Your Dragon, and my oldest's first reaction pretty much sums it up. I asked her, "Did you like the movie?" She goes, "Yeah, I liked it 10 years ago." It is a 1-to-1 adaptation. It's like there's like 2 scenes that are changed, and that is it. But the rest of the movie is pretty much word for word, scene for scene, shot for shot of the original animated movie.
Same director and writer.
Same director and writer too. Yes, exactly. Now, is that good? Is that bad? I personally enjoyed this movie.
Mhm.
I think it's worth watching. I don't think you have to go see it during prime time. I think
Yeah.
it's worth a matinee. But what she said, like, I
Mhm.
liked it 10 years ago. If you liked the original, you're going to like this one.
Yes.
If you really liked the original, you're going to be wondering, why did I watch it again? In, you know,
Live action.
in a different medium.
Live action.
I don't,
This is
it is
basically
not
like
a bad movie.
this is basically like video game remasters.
Pretty much, yes. Yeah, like video game remasters are fun, are good because they update it for the modern consoles.
Uh-huh.
I don't have the original disc to this one.
Would-
I don't have the original cartridge for this one. If I wanted to buy the original Final Fantasy VII, I have to spend like almost
Yeah.
$500 on the original discs.
Yeah. Would,
But
would you compare this, like the How to Train Your Dragon live action, to basically being the video game equivalent of The Last of Us remasters? Because they remaster that thing so much. There's like 5 remasters.
so from PS3 to the PS4 remaster, no, I would not.
Okay,
But from the PS4 to the PS5 remaster, I would.
okay.
Because the PS3 games could not be played on.
Yeah, they couldn't.
there.
Yeah.
But The Last of Us Remastered could have been played on the PS5
Mm-hmm.
from the PS4.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, to me there was no reason why you should have had it aside from oh hey, now I get a PS5 case.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. So this one's like oh man, I'm trying to think of a series or a movie like this where it would. It's kind of like Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. No, wait, no, I can't even say that because Full Metal Alchemist sucked and Brotherhood was amazing. Because they did change it. And so, man, I don't know what to compare this to. You know what I mean?
Mm,
It was man. Like the movie itself is great
Mhm.
because it's pretty much the movie you've already seen. But it doesn't add anything to the story. It doesn't take anything away from the story. Although the actors in it are amazing. Okay, they're fantastic. A lot of people were giving the girl that played Astrid a bunch of mess because Astrid is supposed to be blonde hair, blue eyed, whatever.
Yeah.
But the new girl is, I think she's half African American, something like that. But it was good.
Mhm.
Like she was a very good actress in the role, and the dude that played Hiccup, he could have been little Jay Baruchel, man. He like his line delivery, everything like that. He was great in it as Hiccup. And then you had Gerard Butler coming back in as Stoic the Vast, and he was
My
Stoic
guy.
the Vast. I mean, they put him in the bodysuit and everything, and yeah, he's great. He's Gerard Butler. He's never not going to be great. Okay. And then everybody else was fantastic. Like all the rest of the kids, their casting was a little bit better. Was really good too. And then the dude the kid that played Snotlout, the Snotlout's character in here was a little bit more elaborated on,
Okay, nice.
and that was kind of cool because like he was kind of pushed aside from his dad. His dad would tell him, "Okay, don't talk to me in public," kind of thing. And in the cartoon, it didn't really show a lot of their backstories, right? And it showed his a little bit better, a little bit more. So that was all right to me. I liked it.
I feel like I hope this does good enough to get that they do the sequel in it,
Serenity said no, they
Because-
should not.
because I feel like to start it, yes, they keep it barely like pretty much 1-to-1. Then the sequel comes along, and that's when you start getting more differences between the cartoon and the live action.
So it's funny you mention that because in a recent interview, the writer and director, he said that he does want to change up the sequel going forward a little bit more.
Yes.
Not outright like, oh my gosh, let's do a 180 on it, but like he does want to change up some story elements. But because of how well it's doing, because it's been out for a little over a week right now, right? Because of how well it's doing, it's they're shopping for the sequel, but they're also trying to court Kate Blanchett, who played
mom.
Vastra,
Yeah.
right? That's her name, Vastra?
Mhm.
The mom. They're trying to get Kate Blanchett in there to be the live-action version of the mother, of Vastra. So yes.
And I say this mainly because of the fact that like the first one was just such a great starting point
Mhm.
for like the cartoon and all that too, for the animated movie. It was so great that like you couldn't ask for a better start to a franchise.
You really could.
So you start. So yes, like even though it does come along with people being like, "Yo, if it's 1-to-1, why am I like going?" It creates that thing. It's like, dude, it was just such a great starting point. You get them in it, then the sequel comes along, and then you start like, okay, yes, it's still the series, still gonna give you the same feel, but now we're gonna change things up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I kind of see it like that. That's why I hope it does.
Honestly, as a movie by itself, I give it an 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
As a remake, nothing new was said. Nothing as a remake. I think 10 out of 10 as a remake, but as a movie itself, as if you got new kids trying to get more involved in family friendly franchises, 8 out of 10, definitely 8 out of 10. As a 1-to-1 remake, I give it a 10 out of 10 because dude, it's straight up a 1-to-1 remake. I did not leave the theater regretting going to see it. Which I left the theater regretting going to see Lilo and Stitch because that the ending just like meh, and then Jamba meh.
I like how in an interview with this, they basically got Gerard Butler and what's his name, Hot Fuzz guy. He's gonna be Hagrid.
Nick Frost.
Yeah, they basically got Gerard Butler and Nick Frost to be like, yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak him into the Harry Potter set because they asked Nick Frost, who do you think's beard is better, Hagrid's or Stokes? And Nick Frost was all like, I haven't seen my beard yet, so I'm going with him. And then like Gerard Butler kind of made the thing of like, yeah, I'm excited for that though. I want to be on that set. And they're basically just like, I'll find a way to get you on there. Gerard Butler should get in that franchise, bro. He should be in the new Harry Potter series. They gotta get him as somebody.
Make him Filch. That'd be cool. All right, guys. That about does it for our Nerd Talk with Z's. We talked about movies, TV, comics, streaming, all kinds of stuff. Go ahead and give us a like, follow, subscribe. Ooh, that'd be good. That would be Mad Eye.
Gerard Butler is Mad Eye.
All right, guys. We will see you later.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Peace.